Hello, I am here with a quick impromptu video because my Fairyloot box arrived. This is the Fairyloot for November and it is my very first Fairyloot box ever. In fact, it's my very first subscription box of any kind ever, and this is of course a book subscription box, which makes it even better. So this wasn't a video I was planning, well, I was planning on filming an unboxing when I received it, but I'm just going to add this in as an extra video outside of my usual Wednesday-Sunday schedule. And without any further ado, I'm going to dive right into it because I'm super excited to see what's inside. So I've already cut the sellotape, and this is what it looks like on the inside. So we have our spoiler card, which I'm not going to read, but it is the Battles and Galaxies box, and this artwork is super pretty, so I'm going to put that up. And I can already see some really cool stuff inside, so let's get going. First things first, Galaxy bath bomb. I am a bath bomb hoarder, so this is perfect. And oh, it's really pretty, look. Super colourful. It says, take your bath time out of this world, Starbus scent, cruelty free, vegan friendly, little heart gifts. I'm guessing that's who it's by. That is very cool and perfect for the winter time. I haven't been using any of my bath bombs because it was so hot here in the summer in the UK, which is really unusual. So super excited to get into that. Next we have, so this is in a little Fairyloot kind of velvety feeling pouch. I have no idea what's in here, but you can hear something jangling. So let's have a look. Oh, they're metal straws. That's so cute. Oh, and they come with one of these wire straw cleaners. So they're like, I don't know if that's going to show up on camera, but they're sort of multi-coloured, sort of like the bath bomb was actually. So they've got gold and pink and blue and purple on them. Oh, they're really nice. They say shine bright on them, so I guess that, oh no, this one says shine bright, that's the straight one, and then the bendy one says reach for the stars. Cute, so cute. Also, there's this really cute paper packaging. I'm weird, like I like that kind of thing. Okay, next up we've got some exclusive Stars and Space coasters. Nice. I'm just going to take them out of this plastic packaging. And let's have a look. Made in China, isn't everything? Oh, they've got quotes on them. And they've all got different quotes on them. Okay, I'll read them out to you. They're cork as well, which is nice. And the front looks like this. So this one says, she was ready to figure out who she really was, not what anyone else told her to be. Marissa Meyer, Scarlet. So I think that's the Lunar Chronicles, which is on my list of things to be read, but I haven't read it yet. Then this one, it looks like this, says she dreamed of deep soul connections and passionate kisses and daring escapades. That's also Marissa Meyer Crest, so yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the Lunar Chronicles. So that's that one. Then this one is Even in the Future, the story begins with Once Upon a Time. That's cute. And the last one is, it looks like this, and it says, she would be brave, she would be heroic, she would make her own destiny. Oh, the last one was from Cinder, and this one's from Winter. They're really cute. And I'm going to put those all around my house. In fact, I've got a drink next to here, next to me here. So there we go. Coaster used. So cool. I'm so excited. Okay, so that's that one. Next I see, ooh, so this is, it says iron on, Reaper iron on patch. I am the Reaper and Death's shadow. Oh, and Death is my shadow, which is Pierce Brown, Red Rising, which if you've watched any of my other videos, I am currently reading this on audiobook, although I am tempted to swap to a physical copy. So if you have any thoughts about that, then let me know. That's really cute. To be honest, I probably won't iron this onto anything. I might just display it on my bookshelf. We'll see. Cute. Oh, it's a wooden Christmas tree decoration. Well, I suppose it doesn't have to be a Christmas tree decoration, but that's what I'm going to use it for. Oh, it's really sweet. I like wooden decorations. So it says, oh, it is not in the stars to hold our destiny, but in ourselves. And on the packaging it says, a paraphrase of the fault, dear Brutus, is not in our stars, but in ourselves, that we are underlings, by William Shakespeare. Cute. So that's going to go on my Christmas tree this year. Win. Oh, what's this? So let me take it out of the plastic packaging first, actually. I think this is probably a passport holder. I don't know what that art is supposed to be, but like I said, I'll look at the spoiler card afterwards. I have to say, I'm not a massive fan of this item, just off the bat. It's made of pleather, I think, so it's pleather on the outside and whatever the fake of suede is on the inside. It just feels a bit, I mean, I just wouldn't use it, to be honest. But yeah, so there's that. Ooh. Next, okay, so this is an item that I did know about because there was a spoiler for this on, an intentional spoiler for this on the Fairyloot Instagram page. So this is a tote bag. So on this side it says, perhaps bravery is simply the face humanity wraps around its collective madness, which is from Illuminae, which is also on my list of things to read. And this size, oh, it says the same thing. It says the same thing on both sides. And it's got nice long handles, which I like because I'm quite tall. I sometimes find that the handles on these kinds of tote bags are too short for me. So I'm glad that that is long enough, and it's purple, which just happens to be one of my favourite colours. So that is a win. And then it looks like we've got the book. Yay. And I see sprayed edges, which I did know about. Quickly, before I open this up, I am fairly sure, and by fairly sure I mean like 99% sure, that this is going to be Skyward by Brandon Sanderson. So we'll see if I'm right. But I'm pretty sure that that's what this book is going to be. And if it is, I have already read it, but that's totally fine because I really enjoyed it, and I'm not opposed to having multiple copies of any book by Brandon Sanderson because I love his books, which, if you've watched any of my other videos, you will know. So, let's get into it. Yep, I was right. It's Skyward, but with beautiful yellow sprayed edges. I'd show you my other copy, but I'm actually using it to stand my camera on, which wasn't very clever considering I was pretty sure that this is what the book was going to be anyway. But the cover is the same, I think, apart from this bit here, which I don't know if that's going to show really, but there's this bit here that is yellow, which I don't think it's yellow on the original cover, but this is the UK cover, and I will just show you because the end pages are very, very pretty. It's just a standard navy plain hardback, and then the end pages look like this. So, oh, it's really pretty. I've never had a book with sprayed edges before, so this is really cool for me, and it's gonna look, I think what I'll probably do is I'll probably display it on my shelf that way next to the other copy that I have. We'll see. So that's the book. My angle might be slightly different here because I just realised that I didn't actually tell you what this book is about, which, I mean, this is a booktube channel, so that's kind of a fail, but anyway, here I am to tell you that now, me from the future. This book, Skyward by Brandon Sanderson, is about it's sci-fi, first of all, young adult sci-fi, and it follows a girl named Spencer who lives on a planet which is inhabited by humans, but it isn't planet Earth. And the human race live underground because the world is under attack by the Krell. Yes, the Krell, and has been for generations. And Spencer dreams of becoming a pilot who participates in the defence of the human race on this alien planet. But her dream of becoming a pilot is roadblocked somewhat by the fact that her father was also a pilot, but he abandoned his post, and because of that he is labelled and marked as a coward, and she is a coward's daughter and therefore won't be accepted as a pilot. But she is determined and she wants to make it, and when she stumbles upon something in a hidden cave while exploring her world, she discovers just what she might need to progress her dream. As I said, I have already read this book, so just a very quick comment from me. As usual with Brandon Sanderson, the writing is incredible. It's a super, super easy read. Like I said, it's young adult, and it's the first YA book by him I have actually read. All of the other books that I've read by him have been adult books. So the language in this one is a little bit more basic than some of his other books, if that's what you're used to, but that's to be expected because it's YA, and I totally don't have a problem with that anyway because I do like reading YA books anyway, so it doesn't really bother me that the language is a little bit more basic. But as per usual, the writing flows really, really well. The characters are very engaging and very deep and intense, and you build a connection with them, and they're all very, very individual. Brandon Sanderson is so good at creating characters that even if he didn't tell you who was speaking or who was thinking, you would know because the characters are so deep and clear. The writing is in the past tense. It is a single character perspective story, although we get a couple of chapters throughout that are from an alternative perspective, but for the most part the whole book is from Spencer's perspective, our main character. And it's actually quite interesting. I don't read a lot of single POV books, but I actually quite liked this one because what Sanderson does to compensate for the fact that we're only hearing one internal narrative is Spencer comments upon how she perceives what other people might be feeling, which it's very human and very real, and that's how we go about our day-to-day life. We go about our day-to-day lives not knowing what others are thinking, so that's a really interesting addition in here, I think. possibly that's just me because I don't read a lot of single POV books, so it's a bit different for me. Maybe they're all like that, but I wouldn't know. I mostly read full cast, hundreds of perspective books. Not hundreds, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but the pacing in this is like go from beginning to end. The world building is great. I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but I didn't find myself getting confused with this at all. Probably partly because it's YA rather than adult sci-fi. As I mentioned before, I am currently reading Red Rising and struggling with that one a little bit more. Again, probably because I don't read a lot of sci-fi, but this one was really, really easy to follow. There wasn't too much technical jargon, but a little bit. And yeah, it was just a really, really interesting read. And as usual with Brandon Sanderson, the ending was brilliant. I sped through this one very, very quickly. It is 510 pages long, and I think I read it in about 5 days, and those were weekdays as well, so that just goes to show how good of a book this is and how easy reading it was. But I would definitely recommend picking it up. Like I said before, I'm super glad to have this lovely sprayed edge copy. Even though I already have a copy, that's fine, I don't mind at all. And yeah, really, really interesting book, really interesting concept. Nothing particularly new or groundbreaking. It's got a lot of tropes in it that I expected to see. It has quite a lot of similarities to Ender's Game, I think, if you've read that book or seen that film. There are some parallels there. But again, I don't necessarily mind because I don't read a lot of sci-fi. Those tropes didn't really bother me, but if you're a big sci-fi reader, that potentially might bother you depending on what kind of tropes you like in books. But one thing I love about this and love about Sanderson is he doesn't do my least favourite trope, which is novice to expert in 5 minutes. He doesn't do that. So, super good book, really enjoyed it, really glad to have another copy, and yeah. And then I've got some extra paper stuff in here. So we have the bookmark, which matches the Battles and Galaxies artwork, which I need more bookmarks, so that's great. Then we have this, which is a promotional leaflet for Atlas Fallen. Oh, visit the secret webpage below to download your exclusive free copy of the science fiction romance readers are calling perfect for fans of the Lunar Chronicles, which of course I haven't read yet, but it is something I want to read, so that's cool. It doesn't actually give a blurb of the book, but it says, it's got a couple of little quotes from people. So it says, sci-fi is my favourite genre and usually it is so hard to find one that is really good. Atlas Fallen blew me away. 5 stars. And then, have you yet heard of Jessica Pierce? She will soon be known to many young adult, dystopian and fantasy readers as an equivalent to Marissa Mayer and Marie Lu, which is an actual Goodreads review apparently. So yeah, that's cool. I'd completely forgotten that we got a free book this time as well, which is great. And then we have the author letter. So I'm going to read that later because that will be interesting. But these will be a couple of the characters from Skyward, and just for the sake of possible spoilers, I'm not going to tell you who I think they are, but it's really pretty anyway. And then finally we have the Fairy Scoop Battles and Galaxies edition, which has all you need to know about the author, win a free box, what to read next, and the details about the next box, the December box, which I'm going to hold up there and you can read it if you want to, but I'm pretty sure they're sold out anyway, so but you can pause it and read that. I will unbox that one on this channel as well. So that is everything that's inside this Fairyloot box. I am very happy with every item, maybe apart from the passport holder. But this was a really great box and I really enjoyed opening it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more like this from me, then do think about hitting that subscribe button. I would be so grateful, and I hope to see you here again soon. Thanks. Bye.